Oh, it started. Hello, hello. I'm Dr. Jess, and I just want to welcome you guys here tonight to listen to this webinar. I'm married to Matt, who is a farmer, and we live near a tiny town in central South Dakota with our 5 kids from 13 to 1. And I've been practicing chiropractic for 12 years and have additional certifications in acupuncture and an allergy elimination technique called NATE. Nutrition wasn't a major focus for me until my best friend had a scary diagnosis. And in order to help her from a distance, I was in charge of her nutrition. So I researched and I spent countless hours learning how nutrition impacted the body. I learned about many supplementation protocols, and I learned about some of the pathways we're going to talk about tonight. And even though I prayed for these products for something stronger, for something more powerful, for a miracle, I did not come across this company. And once I watched that ABC report and read the research and learned the difference between activation and supplementation, and then really realized the caliber of physicians that were already partnered with this company, I knew that if this was real, I had to share it. If this was real, I could impact so many lives. Because you see, with knowledge comes responsibility. So I couldn't get this product into my hands and into the bodies of those I love and care about fast enough. And although I was supplementing at the time with high quality products sold only to physicians, my hair was falling out like crazy. Like, I was wondering if I was going to be bald, and I've always had crazy thick hair. And I had skin issues. I'd gained weight. I couldn't lose it no matter what I did. I wasn't sleeping well, but felt like I was sleeping a lot and always felt fatigued. And all of that changed shortly after I started activating my own body. Meanwhile, being a busy mom and business owner, I was going through all of the motions, but never felt like it was enough, like I was enough. When I decreased my office hours, I felt torn because I couldn't get everyone in. And when I worked more, I felt guilty for not being with my kids who were getting bigger and involved. I literally had no balance. That's how I would describe it. I knew I had a moral obligation to share these products without attachment. And it wasn't long before I fell in love with this business model. I was getting paid to share this with others. I was traveling with people I wanted to be surrounded by. I was getting pushed out of my comfort zone and growing personally, and I was impacting lives I would have never even come into contact with if it weren't for this system. I have all the same passion to empower others to become the best version of themselves when it comes to their health. And now I'm able to lead a team of women with a simple system to create the balance in their lives that I now have thanks to this business. So I have built this business, and I'm not even joking, in the nooks and crannies of my life. And so I know that if I can do this, so can you. So we're here to talk tonight really about the science. And you guys, this webinar is particularly going to be really science focused. So if you're not sciencey, this is probably not the webinar for you. But I really want to show it to you in detail, but then also in a simple way as well. So I want you to really grasp how big this is and why I'm so passionate about these products and why I'm spending an evening to explain them to you. So LifeVantage is this company, and of course the disclosures here, we can't claim to prevent, cure, or treat any symptom, condition, or disease. And our income disclosure is shown publicly because we are a publicly traded company available on the NASDAQ. So you can check out our income disclosure. The stuff that I'm going to show you is directly based on what our distributors have produced. But LifeVantage began in a lab with a single question: is declining health something we have to simply accept as part of getting older? So our genes contain incredible abilities to keep our bodies healthy. And decades later, we discovered a way to activate these abilities. So as we age, those same things get turned down. They get turned off. They become less expressed, right? So we started in 2003 with one product that had a patent and one peer-reviewed published study. And in that study, we were able to prove that we could lower oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. That had never been proven before this and has never been proven since this by any product to do that, nutraceutical or pharmaceutical. So oxidative stress, what is that? That's what we're going to learn about to start this off. So an ABC did a primetime investigative report on our company and our product because that claim was so strong, right? And it led to a flurry of media attention. We're going to watch just a little bit of that clip and then we'll move forward.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment. For me, it begins with a blood test.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing. The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment. It's called Protandim, and tests have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age, but taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old. So just what's in this seemingly incredible pill? Well, actually, its roots are very humble. Protandim is a combination of 5 plant ingredients. Some you may know, green tea or turmeric, a spice used in Indian cooking. Others, Withania somnifera and Silybum marianum, are more exotic.
High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses. It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma, all these, strokes, heart attacks, even mental disease. Yes, depression, Alzheimer's disease, depression.
But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically. Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after. Have we turned back the clock? Maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
We do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes...
So if you haven't seen that ABC clip yet, whoever invited you here can send you that clip so that you can watch it again or watch the longer rendition of it. But at least you get an idea of what that ABC revealed. So in 2003, the products started to be sold on retail shelves. They were in GNC, Walgreens, and the like. But after that ABC Primetime Investigative Report, instead of debunking the claim that we could reduce oxidative stress on average of 40% in 30 days, John Quinones had a 45% reduction in just 2 weeks, you guys. So universities and prestigious medical centers began self-funded research on our new approach to health. And the company was on retail shelves, but switched to direct sales in 2009, and you're going to see the reason for that. The biggest reason is that there's a story that needs to be told. This is a category creating product that doesn't fit on the shelves with any other product, and it still doesn't. So the first theory of aging is the theory of oxidative stress. Our bodies produce, it's estimated, around 300 sextillion free radicals every single day, you guys. It's an incredible amount. That's like 22 zeros. It's happening all the time. And these free radicals, they are trying to neutralize themselves. And in doing so, they bombard our cells. They bounce into our cells and they cause cellular damage. And our body's solution is to produce antioxidants to neutralize them. But as we age, that starts to slow. By the age of 35, the production of our own antioxidants is down to less than 5%. And by the age of 40, it's turned off, like off. I mean, that just is crazy to me. But the fact that we can turn this back on, we can utilize what God gave us, is so interesting to me. So look at oxidative stress. Those free radicals, they don't care what they bump into, right? They don't care what system they're in or where those cells are, or how important they are to your health, right? Every system is susceptible. So free radicals are produced from our diet, things in our environment, from too much exercise, too little exercise, from radiation, from toxicities, pretty much everything. Basic reactions, breathing, digesting food. Every single day you are producing these. Every single person is. And remember, our ability to produce those antioxidants to neutralize them is decreasing as we're aging as well. So the solution is not to take the antioxidants, although taking antioxidants is good. The solution is to switch back on that pathway in our body. So with this Protandem NRF2 Synergizer, we turn on the NRF2 protein messenger, and it attaches to a portion of our DNA, and it causes an expression of certain genes. It's estimated between 500 and 25,000 human survival genes are impacted, and one of those is your antioxidant response system. So really, what we're going to talk about here is one of the genes that's impacted. One. So when we turn on our antioxidant response system, our bodies start kicking out our own antioxidants at a rate of 1 million antioxidants every single second. So literally, you guys, research was done first on antioxidants, and then it went to super antioxidants, super fruits, super greens. And then they started putting antioxidants in everything. I guarantee you can walk down a junk food aisle and find antioxidants added to them. Why? Because it's a buzzword, because people know that we need them, even if they don't even know why they need them. But antioxidants help us to neutralize those free radicals. But the problem is you cannot eat enough to keep up with what your body is doing, what is happening within your body. So this is how we can lower our oxidative stress load by 40% in 30 days. Also note on here that we increase glutathione by 300%. That's going to become important in a little bit. We're going to talk about glutathione again too. So when we take antioxidants, we neutralize free radicals at a rate of 1:1. But look at this. To get the same impact, you would have to eat 11 pounds of blueberries in one day, 375 oranges. You guys, it's just not even possible. It's one pill, and what you're doing is taking a very low dose of 5 components that work synergistically together to get an 1,800% increase in the effectiveness of activating that pathway. So you turn on that protein messenger that was designed to do that at one point, but because of our toxic lifestyles, it's not doing that as well as it once did. So we have over 25 peer-reviewed journal publications that have noted this. I'm going to go over, and these are some of the universities and institutions. I want to talk to you just about a few of those studies. Some of that stuck out to me were some that were pretty big. So there's one that was done at the University of Colorado, and Alzheimer's is in my family history. And of the 66 protandem regulated genes that are associated with Alzheimer's disease, only 5 were associated with the antioxidant family. The other 61 were just with that are expressed in that are expressed negatively, that make you express that of Alzheimer's, where if you could switch them the other way, you would not express that. And that same study, they also addressed cardiovascular disease and colon cancer, all of which are in my family history too. So that study was one study that was really big to me. Or how about skin cancer? How many of you are out in the sunshine every single day? There's a study again done by Louisiana State University, actually 2 different studies talking about melanomas and what it did using Protandim. Okay, and another thing is all of these studies are not just on a component of our product, they were done on our fully patented product. These universities and organizations, they took our product and tested it. That's so huge. That never happens. There was a study done by the National Institute on Aging that found that we were the only natural product to extend lifespan. And they did that on average of 7%, which is about 5 human years extended lifespan. Plus, that's not even talking about the quality of life. We have a study in the American Heart Association's journal Circulation. We're the only natural product ever featured in that journal. Can you imagine how many things could have been in there that are proactive for your heart? But we showed that we could prevent the death of heart cells and significantly lower osteopontin levels by more than 50%, which is what leads to scar tissue and causes heart failure. It's super significant. Also showing protection against oligodendrocyte damage. Oligodendrocytes are the basic cell of your brain, your nervous system. So this is important for things like Alzheimer's, but also multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, ADHD, autism. I mean, just all I'm saying is I'm not here to talk to you about a condition, symptom, or disease. I'm here to tell you that the research is out there and all you have to do is look at it. And it's not about treating those conditions or symptoms or disease. It's about addressing underlyingly on a cellular level what is going on in the cells that shouldn't be or should be, and how can we address those cells, not the end product. Washington State University said NRF2 is likely to be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future. NRF2 may become the most extraordinary preventive breakthrough in the history of health. How many times do you get somebody to say that about your product when they are not funded to say it? They did that study on their own. Okay, so the second theory of aging is mitochondrial decline. The mitochondria are the energy producing part of the cell. They give your cell the energy to do whatever it is that the cell's job is to do. It's like the engine in a car, right? But in cells, we have multiple engines. So what if, like as we're aging, what happens is these mitochondria become damaged. They don't get produced, more of them don't get produced, and they just become deficient. And so the cell becomes deficient as well. So what if we could turn on a pathway, which we can, the NRF1 pathway, to improve mitochondrial biogenesis? So what this means is that we can make more mitochondria, we can make more ATP, we can repair damaged mitochondria, and we can also get rid of mitochondria that are no longer functioning. So same as our NRF2 pathway, NRF1 is a protein messenger within every cell. We activate that NRF1 protein messenger, it attaches to our DNA and it causes an expression of certain genes. That's how we get those things to happen. But what we see with NRF1 is we see better sleep, we see more energy on a physical, cellular, and mental level. We see support for cognitive and brain function, healthy circulatory function. Where with our NRF2 pathway, we see healing, we see detoxing, we see the ability to take out the garbage, take out the trash, get rid of and flush out the toxic stuff that's building up in our bodies. So they work hand in hand together. We can up the the energy of the cell, but we can also get rid of all that rust that's on our car with our nerve 2. So the third theory of aging is sirtuin decline. And sirtuins, there are 7 human sirtuins that are, they're valuable for every different system in our body. So if you look at this, it says a myriad of health benefits, from mental and physical energy to motivation, mood, cardiovascular health, cholesterol levels, joint health, healthy DNA, healthy inflammation, and more. And really more should be the end of that. So what we see with sirtuins are produced in high concentrations when we are in a fasted state, which honestly, you guys, we were made as hunters and gatherers. We were made to feast and fast, not feast all the time like most Americans do, right? So what happens is, as we age, we don't produce as many of these sirtuins as we once did, and we don't have enough NAD available to start the pathways that allow for production of sirtuins. So with this NAD synergizer, we are able to get the same impact as fasting would give. In fact, better. When we fast, we get a 94% increase in sirtuin production. But when we take our NAD synergizer, we have a 100% production in sirtuin production in just 24 hours. So this is one of those that you take it and you know you took it. Like, you can feel that difference in the energy level. It supports healthy longevity, mental focus, positive mood, healthy inflammation, cholesterol, and so forth. But also interesting is they even repeated this study 4 times because the results were so crazy. Now I want you to see that the gray bar is when you take the synergizer alone, the NRF2, NRF1, and NAD synergizer, and the blue is when we take all 3 together. And then if you look across the bottom, you can see that starting on the left, it talks about the antioxidant detoxification capability, and then the healthy inflammatory response, the regulation of metabolic genes, the regulation of mitochondrial biogenesis, the key enzyme in the NAD recycling, our ability to reuse what we have there, and also the central enzyme in the NAD synthesis, so our ability to produce more NAD. Look at this, you guys. I mean, who doesn't want a better inflammatory response, right? Who doesn't want their metabolism improved by 84%, or their ability to have all those sirtuins at such a high level? And if you haven't heard about NRF2, NRF1, NAD, mitochondria, detoxification, or sirtuins, I'm telling you, get out there. The information is there. But what this company does that others don't is we activate pathways. We don't supplement for end product deficiencies. So where someone might give you, say, glutathione, instead we allow our body to produce its own. It's a totally different mechanism. When we supplement, we bring something to a cell that it is deficient in. When we activate, we allow our body to do and produce its own nutrition. So this is our Protandem Tri-Synergizer, these 3 cellular synergizer. This is what sets us apart from every other company you've ever heard of. But our company didn't stop there. They took this NRF2 activation and they applied it to the skin, to the hair, and specifically for dogs. And these products are alone category creating products. We've won a Stevie Award for the hair care system, and the pet tandem formula. I mean, pets don't know about placebo effect, you guys. You give a dog something and it either helps or it doesn't. They can't tell you, I feel better, right? And so that is pretty cool too. And then they took NRF2 activation and they made it specifically for neurotransmitter function. So what does that mean? It means to hack your brain, to improve your mental endurance, acuity, concentration, memory, retention, brain fog, resilience to stress, positive mood. This is a clean formula. It comes in decaf, or the full caffeinated version has green tea in it. And I've seen amazing things with this for kids and adults alike. We also have 2 supplements that are vital, if you ask me, from in utero till death, and that is a good probiotic and a good omega. So Our probiotic, what makes it different is that it has a 60% survival rate because it has a biotract lining that allows it to bypass the stomach acid and get deep into the small and large intestine where we need it to be to do its job. Why is a probiotic important? I'm just going to give you a few bullets because I could talk to you for about an hour on just probiotics, right? But 75% of your immune function, 90% of your serotonin, 50% of your dopamine, 80% of your neurotransmitters. I'm telling you, your gut is more important than just digesting and absorbing your food. So important. Omega Plus. This supports every system, every cell in your body. This is how our cells communicate with each other, is their cell membrane. And we want our cell membranes full of good fats. And Omega Plus is a great way to do that. So we have our EPA and DHA, and then what the company added to this is omega-7 and also vitamin D3 for the plus. Omega-7s are specifically for metabolism. And I mean, really, like I said, there just isn't a system in your body that doesn't benefit when you have omegas there. So these are our products, right? The only thing I haven't really mentioned so far is the fact that we do have different ways that you can stack the products to get the prices for less. And then also our weight management line. And that was designed based on demand, you guys. Everybody's looking to either lose weight or manage their weight. And so we have a whey protein shake, a prebiotic, and also a fat burn that is targeted at helping you to dissolve that visceral fat that surrounds your organs. That's the scary stuff that we don't want. So just briefly, I'm going to talk about the business that goes along with this company. So we have category creating medical breakthrough products. We have a research to back up the reason for our results, and we have an 80% retention rate, meaning that when people start taking these, they continue to take these. And honestly, the need to take the products is more as you age. So it only makes sense that you'd want to continue taking them and to take them over an extended period of time. We're the only company with activators, not supplements. We're financially stable and became debt-free in March in the middle of what's a recession in not just the United States, but the entire world. We have higher payouts for our distributors than any network marketed company. And they've even put out higher payouts for right now because they realize how much people are suffering when it comes to their finances. And no one has heard about our company yet. So research is being released daily. In fact, there was some in the news just this last week on NRF2 pathway and possibly being a treatment for COVID, and on glutathione injections for treatments for any kind of virus. So and sirtuins have been the talk of the town as far as weight loss strategies go too. So I'm telling you, this information is out there. People are talking about it, and we're at the forefront of that with cutting edge products that already have the research and are getting results. So as you were listening, were you thinking about others who needed to hear this? Were you thinking, if this is real, I have to share it like I did? Are you looking for an additional stream of income? So I want to put it this way too. You know, we all network. So if you go to a restaurant and the food's really good, service is great, you're going to tell somebody about it, right? And if it's the opposite, you'll do the same thing. Or like leggings. If I find my absolute favorite pair of leggings, I can tell you, I would seriously call my girlfriend and be like, you've got to buy these leggings. They're amazing, you know? That's just what we do, and especially women, you know? But we refer to these places and we don't get paid, right? We don't get paid from that restaurant if my friend goes there and eat there. But I also don't feel bad if she decides not to go there either, you know? I mean, that's her choice. You're just sharing the information, letting somebody decide. Well, the difference with this business is that you do get paid when you share the information. So you have the potential for residual income. And remember that retention rate is about 80%. So as long as someone continues to buy product underneath of you, you keep getting paid, and all the products are consumable in 30 days. So you need more every single month. Also, not just residual, but it's leveraged. And if you're an entrepreneur, you're not used to leveraged income. You're used to you doing the work and you getting the benefit. And in this company, you benefit from not only the work that you do, but from everyone on your team. So it benefits you to help your team. So you also get to pick who's on your team. So you want to pick the people you want to work with, right? Like if I want you on my team, I want to be around you. So that's part of that too. And we do it as a team. So it's not just you're in, figure it out kind of a thing. So we're all short on time and technology driven. There's no inventory. It's easy and it's simple to get your products. It's like Amazon. You can order it whenever you want to come when you want it, and it comes right to your door. As a distributor, you're not delivering stuff to anyone. So do you want to flip the switch and turn back the clock and improve the quality of your own life? Do you enjoy what you are currently doing for a living? Do you want to make a difference in the lives of others? These are questions that become important, right? So, and what would you do with an additional around $500? Pro 3 is a foundational rank with our company, and on average, they make $626 a month. Or what would it be if you were a Pro 5 and you were looking on average at $3,100 a month? Or Pro 7, where you hit the elite ranks of the company and you're into $13,000 a month. I mean, how far you want to go is based on what you're looking for, what you want to get out of it. We're a publicly traded company on the NASDAQ, as I said before, so these numbers are all public knowledge. So where are you? Get back to the person who invited you here tonight and let them know where you are. Do you need more information? Do you want to become a customer? Or do you want to join the team? And of course, if you have any questions, just let whoever know that invited you, and we can get those answered as well. Have a good night.